Hello everyone and thanks for joining us. This is Amhara Media Corporation, Amhara TV News. With the news, I'm Gaila Adnamu. Stay with us. Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Affairs Minister Demeke Mekonnen said diplomacy needs to be carried out in a comprehensive and coordinated manner in order to be effective. Abebe Brahani reports.
He made the remark at the conclusion of the second round training given to the staff of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and its affiliated institutions a day before yesterday. On the occasion, the Deputy Premier called for the need to use the skills acquired during the training as a starting point and strive for better results while developing other current diplomatic knowledge. He underlined that diplomats must work harder than ever to safeguard Ethiopia's national interest.
በዚህ ዘመንና በዚህ ታሪካዊ ወቅት አገራችን ከተለመደው አሰራር
Our country expects a higher and better contribution and delivery than the usual, not only in the field of diplomacy, but in all fields. Even though Ethiopia is on a good path today, we are facing strong and multifaceted challenges. It is impossible to pass these challenges by working in a usual way. Taking our resources and experiences than initial, we have to exert new effort in a concerted way, and we should have an organized leadership.
አዳዲስ አቅሞች መፍጠር ኮንሰርትድ የሆነ የሁሉንም ትብብር የሚጠይቅ አመራር ይጠይቃል.
Furthermore, Demeke stressed that it is important to transform diplomatic activities and diplomats should discharge their responsibility to better serve the country.
በዚህ ወቅታዊ ሁኔታ ከየትኛውም አገራዊ አቅም በላይ የውጭ ጉዳይ ቤተሰቦች
These days, we diplomats and families of Ministry of Foreign Affairs will take the greater responsibility than anybody else. We should work hard, having a greater inspiration to perform effective works. We will march together, whether we are in the headquarters or in the mission. It is we diplomats who should define and build the image of Ethiopia on the podium of the world. So, this generation shoulders greater responsibility to pass this challenge.
ያውኑን ፈተና ለመሻገር ይሄ ትውልድ ተጨማሪ ኃላፊነት አለበት.
According to him, it is not possible to overcome these challenges in the usual way. Creating new capacities based on experiences and resources require the concerted leadership of all. Furthermore, the Deputy Prime Minister stressed the need to learn from the experience of former staff members and senior diplomats and to carry out their mission effectively.
ሁሉንም ዲፕሎማት ሁሉንም የውጭ ጉዳይ ሰራተኛ አገራችን ትፈልጋለች. ሁላችንንም ትፈልጋለች.
Our country needs all diplomats and all workers of Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We all should have mutual spirit to work and march together for the interest of our country. We have to take best experiences from former senior diplomats for the sake of realizing our mission. We might not do miraculous works now. However, we should find successful diplomatic experiences of the previous times in each episode, beginning from the time of EPRDF. Having those past experiences, we should exert additional effort to be successful in our mission. If we don't do that, truth by itself cannot speak out and reveal itself on the podium of the world. This is the time that diplomats should extend an organized, powerful message to the international community.
አንድ ላይ በሚተም መልእክት ዲፕሎማሲያችን መፍሰስ ከዳር እስከ ዳር ዓለምን መናጥ ይገባዋል. ጊዜው አሁን ነው.
A week-long training that focused on the institutional reform in the ministry, current affairs, digital diplomacy and other topics was given to the diplomats. The training is, among others, expected to enable employees to work diligently in protecting Ethiopia's interest and building the country's image.
Tigray Democratic Party public relations head said the international community must help to bring the TPLF terrorist group to justice. Yayu Melese has more.
In an exclusive interview with Ethiopian news agency, Tigray Democratic Party public relations head Mulu Birhan Haile said that TPLF is not only deceiving the people of Tigray but also the whole world. He noted as usual that TPLF is widely engaged in fabricating false information and confusing the world. It is to be recalled that the terrorist group cheated the international community by claiming that its victorious fighters would enter the capital city Addis Ababa in 20 days. According to Mulu Birhan, the group is misinforming the people of Tigray to cover up the oppression and suffering and to create the illusion that there is no earthly force that can defeat it. The leaders of this organization are a bunch of liars. What the international community needs to understand is that it is the TPLF that dragged Ethiopia into war. As a result, the northern part of the country has paid high price and it is still paying. The PR head added the people of Tigray in particular are in dire situation. He stated the source of all this crisis and the attempt to disintegrate the country was prompted by the attack on the Northern Command, adding that the TPLF is the only terrorist group responsible for this. Therefore, Mulu Birhan stressed for the sake of the people of Tigray and all Ethiopians, the international community must help to bring this terrorist group to justice. The international community does not care about the people of Tigray and our country Ethiopia. If they care and think seriously, they could easily understand that it is a criminal enterprise. The head elaborated instead of assessing the situation comprehensively. However, the international community is supporting the terrorist group that causes sufferings on Ethiopians. He said TPLF is still engaged in widespread misinformation and deception to avoid accountability, adding that the people of Tigray must understand this and work for peace. The truth on the ground is different from the propaganda they spread, and the government must make the youth in Tigray aware of the dirty tricks of TPLF. The terrorist group TPLF is working to disintegrate the country, kill innocent civilians, and is responsible for the devastation in Afar, Amhara, and Tigray regions. The PR head underscored realizing this, the international community must sanction the terrorist group and stand alongside the Ethiopian people. They must support the new government. Mulu Birhan finally urged all Ethiopians to unite and overcome the challenges that emanate from the greedy group that cannot survive without war.
State Minister for Ministry of Defense Marta Luwigi underscored that the National Survival Campaign will be accomplished in an effective way. And Netanyahu has the details.
Members of the National Defense Force who are deployed in Somali peacekeeping mission under AMISOM have made a support of 2.2 million to Ethiopian National Defense Force deployed to the survival campaign. National Defense Force State Minister Marta Luwigi said Ethiopians will coordinately defend the national threat imposed by TPLF. She stated that Ethiopia is known for its peacekeeping mission both at continental and global level, and the country will keep on consolidating its mission. The State Minister said Ethiopian National Defense Force deployed in peacekeeping mission in Somalia is discharging its responsibility in an efficient manner. She also acknowledged the support made by the Ethiopian National Defense Force.
ኢትዮጵያ ሁሉ የምትታወቀው በኢትዮጵያም በአፍሪካም በዓለም አቀፍ ደረጃም
Ethiopia is known for its peacekeeping mission. Such a worldwide peacekeeping mission will be strengthened further. The country's effort to maintain its national unity will be concluded successfully. I am so grateful to your invaluable contribution.
በአገር መከላከያ ሚኒስቴር ስም እጅግ አድርጌ አመሰግናለሁ።
Somali peacekeeping sector 3 head Colonel Gato Yeteda on his part said this support is made so as to show their solidarity to the National Defense Force. He affirmed that they are committed to serve their country wherever they are given with a mission. Colonel Gato added they will keep on strengthening their support.
በግዳጅ ላይ ለተሰማራው የመከላከያ ሰራዊታችን የሚውል የድጋፍ ገንዘብ ነው።
It is a money that will support the National Defense Force in duty. And I would like to express that we are representatives of those who have keen interest to support further.
ለመከላከያ እንድናስረክብ ተወክለን የተላክን መሆናችንን ለመግለጽ ፈልጋለሁ።
The peacekeeping force in Somalia has had super important role to the relative peace prevail in Somalia.
Professor Fissah Zihon demanded Tigrayans to stand against the terrorist TPLF, whose leaders' families are leading luxury life abroad while the people are paying unjust scarification. Belet Atarek tells us more.
The conflict waged by the terrorist group of Tigray People Liberation Front TPLF against people of Amhara has accounted a couple of months, and the war civilians have been killed. injured and internally displaced in North Wolo zone of Amhara National Regional State. Professor Fsasion, who has served his country for many years in different positions, said to Amhara Media Corporation that civilians are losing their life in both sides. Children of needy people who are under 18 are being forced to join war by the TPLF group, and families of people who are instigating war, leading their luxury life abroad. Therefore, the people of Tigray have to see this issue critically and condemn the devil activities of TPLF.
Now there is a blame game. Truth has become the major casualty of this problem because nobody knows the truth. The people are confused now. The constitution does provide the government should operate in a very transparent way. Many people do not know what exactly is going on. The people who are waging war, whether on this side or on the other side, most of their children are outside the country. And yet they are instigating war, and it is the poor people who are dying. And this is tragedy. This is the most tragic thing.
According to Professor Fissa, peace and security is a landmark for every development and secure life. The problem posed on Amhara people by TPLF should be the pain of all Ethiopians living inside and outside the country, and have to take part to resolve the problem by any means what they can.
Why shouldn't we have elders, genuine Ethiopians, educated people, scholars, eminent persons, religious leaders, even young people? Why are the people indifferent? Look, while tragic war is happening in the north, people are enjoying themselves in Addis, as if there is no war, or as if there is no poverty in the country. This is tragic as far as I am concerned. Where is the caring? Where is the unity? There is only confusion and crisis. And the crisis is multidimensional. Look, there is tremendous economic crisis. There is a lot of unemployment. Added to the economic crisis that we have, waging war is insanity as far as I am concerned.
According to Professor Fissa, most Western countries never want to hear good news about Ethiopia, and that's why they are striving to execute their hidden agenda in the name of humanitarian aid.
I always ask myself, who are the most reliable friends of Ethiopia? If you look at the Americans, they keep on changing depending on where the interests lie. To me, the Russians are one of the reliable and dependable friends, even since Menelik. During Menelik, during the war, they have supported. In our struggle against Somalia, basically the Russians came to our rescue. The Cubans, the Yemenis have also helped us. So Ethiopians must understand, including the foreign ministry, must have a good understanding who are the reliable and dependable friends of Ethiopia and Ethiopian people. It's not only the friends of the government in power. No, it is who promote the basic interests of the Ethiopian people and the future generation.
Findings revealed that the Ethiopian Health Extension Program has proved more effective in terms of achieving the respective desired goals than the Optimizing Health Extension Program interventions introduced from 2016 to 2019 in the selected waradas. Yayumalasa reports.
According to the findings based on research carried out in 56 waradas of Amhara, Oromia, SNNP and Tigray regional status, the OHP was not successful during its intervention in attaining the collaborative efforts of increasing utilization of child health services, capacity building of health extension workers, and enhancement of district health administration ownership and accountability of child health service. The DAGO project presented yesterday over 20 researches that evaluate the health extension program, which has been implemented since 2010, and the Optimizing Health Extension Program, OHP, which was introduced from 2016-2019. The findings state that the optimization of the OHP, which included training, supportive supervision, and performance reviews of health extension workers, did not improve the classification of childhood illnesses. With regard to mothers and health extension workers' perception of care, the findings show that health extension workers visited homes of mothers for preventive services, but not to manage childhood illnesses. It was pointed out that primary health care providers refer less than half of the severely ill children that require referral health centers and hospitals. The findings concluded that the OHP intervention did not bring significant difference with much financial and human resource during its intervention periods than the existing health extension program. Therefore, the researchers suggested that the existing health extension program continue rather than introducing OHP, which costs additional financial and human resources.
You're watching Amhara Media Corporation, Amhara TV News, and now let's take a look at the foreign exchange rate and karat rate. That's all we have for now. I am Gaila Damu. Many thanks for watching and stay tuned with the rest of our programs.